All I know is it makes these deer crazy.
Yes, I would say you are correct. They did not seem normal.
Did run some tests and barracks. I did scrape some of the fungus into my petri dish, and quite expectedly, it doesn't react favorably to all sorts of different chemicals.
Yeah. Is there any way you could tell me where you found that root?
And I tell him exactly where I found it.
Okay.
Yeah, he found it in the Bell Myers farm.
Okay. Okay. All right. I feel like we need to investigate the forest and maybe these fields because we want to make sure that this fungus doesn't spread too far and ends up destroying y'all's crops and everything.
I think one good place to start would be we can go back to that route and just trace it back to the forest.
That's quite an excavation. I'm unsure if we could do it all in one day.
We don't need to excavate it. We just need something that we could prod down in the ground with to hit it with, and then we keep going down until we miss it, and then we move side to side until we hit it again and keep going.
Clever.
I
Okay.
see.
No, you don't need perception for this. You notice that a lot of the swashbucklers, the people from ships and things like that, are starting to leave, and certain commoners are going outside as well.
Is it because of the arrival of the carriage train?
Possibly.
Okay. Well, either way, I believe we should alert the magistrate. If we venture out into the woods and are incapacitated or lost and no one knows where we went, I believe the town would be in grave jeopardy.
Care to roll perception, everybody?
Can you roll for me?
Yeah, give me a second.
Appreciate that.
I'm placing some stuff right now.
Can you all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Good deal. Actually, not that bad. 10. Okay. Kirkendall, perception. Okay. Kirkendall, you don't see it, but pretty much. Yeah, Kirkendall, you don't see it, but pretty much everybody else does. In the door walks the magistrate and Callum and Tomlin. Callum and Tomlin approach a table with some shipmates, and they just look at them, and the shipmates get up and stand. Callum and Tomlin sit down. The magistrate approaches the stage. Any of y'all want to do anything or anything like that?
You said Tomlin is approaching the stage?
No, Tomlin and Callum sit down at a table across the bar from you on the screen, if you could see.
Yes, yeah.
And then Tomlin is like sitting down and he's eyeing Thalion. Like he's just staring at Thalion.
No, Lucian's just gonna wait for Acarius to address everyone.
Yes, it is.
There's just so much shit going on at one time. There's so many different directions going on at one time. It's difficult. The magistrate steps forward to the stage within the Tropica Tavroni. Two guards go up and hold up the banners of the town. One marked with the seal of the Tropica, and the other marked with the seal of the 10 thrones. The townsfolk inside of the Tropica Tavroni, all bruised but present. He raises a silver goblet and then lowers it, and silence falls. People of Tropica. Last evening, the June starth, the 18th, under the skies kissed by long light of the season of our home, was tested. Not by armies, not by storm, but by nature twisted into something cruel and cunning. We now know it as the Antler Apocalypse, a name birthed in blood and bone and bravery. What came from the north that night was not merely wild. No. It was deliberate, coordinated, something old and strange that we yet do not understand. But in the face of it, you did not falter. Our farmers, our families, our wounded, they live because of what was done at the northern wall and across the western gate. And so we give thanks to these defenders of the northern wall. I offer honor. And he looks to you and he holds up the glass. And he turns to the rest of the tavern and he says, to those of you that fought in the fields, I offer respect. To those of you that rose in the moment that they were needed, I offer the full recognition of this town. And he turns to your group and he says, let it be known, Lucius, Silvertongue, Americus, Batal, Thalion, Bornwyn, Baltan, Kozagan, Merrick Vagus, and the one known as Kirkendall, and our honored cleric, Marjorie, answered the bell without hesitation, but with fire and steel you stood in the fields on the northern wall. This will be remembered in story and stone. And he turns to the other part of the tavern where Callum sits. Callum and Tollum stand up as high as they possibly can. Tollum is staring you down, Thalion. He's not even looking at the magistrate.
I ignore his ass.
Let it be known that Callum, Silvertongue, and Tomlin, and the rest of his group at the western contingent did not sit idle. Their protection of Tropica's beating heart, its shrines, its docks, its ledgers, ensure the town could rise again the next morning. Their valor may be quiet, but it too matters. He turns to the rest of the tavern. Today, in accordance with traditions of this land, I bestow upon all of you the medal of Fist Flame, a mark of those who stood before others did. You are now named Defenders of Tropica, and your names shall be inscribed in the northern wall, facing its fields you bled to protect. Let it be no division in this hall today. Only remembrance. We survived, we rose, and Tropica endures because of you. May the thrones watch over all of us, and may we never again take a quiet evening for granted. He raises the goblet again, and this time the crowd raises theirs with him. This silence, and then everyone toasts and drinks. The crowd roars with applause, and then tolling of the town bell begins, not in alarm, but in reverence. The magistrate finishes his speech, and with his guards he begins to go down the steps. Callum and Tollum approach as the magistrate leaves. Callum walks up and looks over Americus Batal's head at Lucian. Tomlin's eyes still trained on Thalion, and his hands at the ready. Callum approaches and says, It would have been better if I hadn't have been included with this dog with this award. I guess it shows that Father is just giving them out to anyone now.
Yes, I think it would have been better if you didn't get an award either. Callum, what a change of heart you've had. I think this is the first time we've ever agreed.
I agree about the association. I don't think that you should have been awarded this award. This is for protecting the town. All you did is kill some deer in a field.
Yes, and all you did was order some people to kill deer in front of a gate. Less deer, I'll add.
Those in positions of importance learn to delegate.
Oh, I see. Is this sort of like those who can't teach?
Bravo, Lucian. You almost said something intelligent again. Almost. You can tell he's starting to be rattled.
I'm gonna look down at my College of Swords initiate badge and buff it real quick. No, at least one of us made it into higher education.
He looks at the badge on your chest. His eyes wide, and he says, "They actually accepted you?"
Yes. Lucian Silvertongue, Bard Extraordinaire, is world famous, you fool. If
You can see
used
the
him
look.
in your
Go ahead.
secrecy, maybe you didn't too.
You can see the look of defeat upon his face. He grits his teeth. He turns and he spins away. And as he's walking away, and he says, "See you on the northern farms."
You
Tomlin.
mean at the Northern Farms?
I love the corrections. It's great. Tomlin backs away backwards while still staring at Thalion.
Don't trip.
So they're starting to leave. Any more jabs as they leave?
I'm good.
He was socially defeated.
I think I won that.
Yeah, you did.
Well, I still don't. I don't know. I believe that we should inform the magistrate of our little planned excursion. I understand the job parameters have changed a bit, but are you all still willing to assist me? It seems like you are in uncovering the truth behind this strange parasitic fungus. And I'll look at Baltan. Is that correct?
Yes. And we know that its weakness is salt.
Yes, how peculiar. It's like it's a slug. Anyway, are you all willing to assist me in uncovering the truth behind this seemingly innocuous yet clearly invasive new species of fungus?
You say so many words, Bart. Procure salt, and we will follow you.
No, absolutely not.
Can you spell salt for me?
S L A-T.
That's close. That's close. That's close enough. That's
What
close
did I
enough.
do?
That'll be labeled
did I
on
do?
the bags. Now, if you could go grab some for our adventure, that'd be great.
Harlan approaches you, Kirkendall. That's your boss, the dockmaster.
What's wrong, Kirkendall? You don't like the Bard's plan?
No, I just don't care.
You don't care that we're all going to die?
Don't care.
Your
You
boss.
don't care
Your
that we're all
boss.
going to
Boss,
die?
I do.
Yeah, your boss approaches you, Kirkendall.
Harlan?
He
How's it
reaches
going?
out to shake your hand and he says, "You're in a position of honor in my eyes." And he walks through the group and he approaches you, Marjorie. "Marjorie, I heard that you were instrumental in saving my boy. I wanted to offer you my personal thanks.
Well, and I tell him, it's very great, but you cannot really, you know, put things on the table. Put it in their pocket, pour it in a glass. So maybe we can.
You are an awfully greedy cleric.
All right, I'll take it back.
No. It's all right. It's all right. He's got a reaction to it. Hold on. He reaches into his pocket and he writes down on a piece of paper and he hands it to you. It's a Dockmaster's patents for travel. If you ever need to go anywhere, or if you ever need passage on a ship, just show this at the dock, and I'll grant you passage. Thank you for saving my boy. I know it's not much that I can offer, but it's what's within my means.
And I thank him and say that this is more than I could expect.
And he reaches over and he hugs you. His wife comes running up and she begins to hug you as well.
Well, now I feel bad.
His wife approaches you, Kirkendall, and she grabs you by your head and she kisses you on the forehead and she says, "May your travels keep you safe with this group. Thank you for doing all that you can for Tropica. Thank all of you." And she turns to all of you and thanks all of you.
Thank her back. Before Harlan goes,
Yep.
I'm gonna ask him this weekend.
He looks at
boat smoke.
He looks at you and he says, "Boy, I haven't forgotten my promise. I will teach you how to shipwright the best that I can. Come by on the weekend and we will get to it. For now,
That's all.
if you're staying with this group and you're doing the good work to protect Tropica, then I promise you, you'll always have a place at our docks."
Let it go.
And he leaves.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's right. I felt you slipping. I felt you slipping. I knew where you were going. See, you got to when you play with Frankie, you got to manage him sometimes. Otherwise, he's still going to twist off and do something crazy.
He's like, yes, and you said there's another continent somewhere on this world? I'm gonna go try and find that.
Oh God, yes.
Exactly.
I'm gonna sail off, let's say, west.
Yeah, I don't feel like building you another character, Frank. So don't get this one killed so soon. All right, group. Sorry, all of the roleplay interruptions that I had planned for this tavern visit are done now. I just had to get those things out of the way because, like, it would have happened.
Yeah.
Okay, so checklist for the expedition. We will need a pokey thing for the ground. We will need salt. A lot. We will need... Well, I guess that's it.
Wasn't there salt in that basement here? Maybe we can ask
Ooh.
Elvis if we can get some.
Well, I don't remember how much you remember about the basement.
Yeah, the League of Rats.
Yes.
Some very bad music begins to play, and an off-key voice begins to sing.
As I was saying,
And
Should
people
we go?
leave.
we need a pokey thing, and we need some salt.
Well, don't I got a trident as a pokey thing?
No, you're just proficient with them. You can afford one, remember?
Okay, I'm out.
I mean, I don't really want to use my daggers.
I have a sickle.
I believe we're looking for more of like a rod. Yes, Americus?
Yes.
Like a long...
Ideally, it would be a rigid rod with a rounded tip. So it will go easily through the ground, either pointed or rounded.
So what? Are you looking for like a stickier fishing?
Do we have an iron worker here in town we can go visit?
There is a blacksmith in town. Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure the blacksmith can just. I'm sure he's got something just hanging around.
Yeah, but what about the
All
salt?
right. So, Americus,
The fish
Yes.
lady.
do you believe that you and Marjorie could acquire our pokey stick thingy, and Thalion and Baltan can acquire the salt? I will go and inform the magistrate what we have learned and our intended course of action, and we will rendezvous here in, say, 25 minutes.
Sounds like a plan. I look at Marjorie and say, "It looks like we're in charge of pokey sticky thingies."
Fuck.
Second doll.
So don't get excited, little boy.
Yes. What's up?
You and Merrick will be in charge of provisions. One meal should do it. Just lunch. We should be back before nightfall. So,
2 meals.
Alright. Gonna take Merrick, me and him. We're gonna do some fishing.
oh, excellent. You have 25 minutes. Remember,
Shoulder.
With his fishing,
Two
with
meals.
his gathering skill, it should be more than enough. Okay.
The greatest heart.
Baltan and Thalion, you arrive at the fish market. Talamendri is standing there yelling and screaming at all of the dock workers that are sorting fish and cleaning fish. In the corner, you can see one specific guy that is cleaning fish faster than anything else. His name is Clevis McAvoy, and he is the fastest fish cleaner around. Talamendri is just yelling at people. She turns to both of you. What do you need, gentlemen? How can I help you?
Yes, we're looking for salt.
Salt I've got. What kind of grain are you looking for? Rough grain, small grain, fine grain?
Yeah, fine grain.
Fine grain salt it is then, guys. Clevis, could you help these guys out with some bags of salt? How much do you need?
Actually, and I pulled my finger up. Can we get a bit of both? We got to test it. I'll ask for a bit of both, and then I say to Baltan, we need to test.
Okay.
Clevis comes up with his hands, and he has 2 hands full of salt. One rough grain and then one fine grain. And he has it in his hands, and he pours it out on the table. And he goes, "There you go, guys. Is that what you need to test with?"
Do you think we should get a bit more, Baltan?
Yeah, at least get maybe 2 bags of each.
Please.
Okay. And Clevis runs off to go grab the salt. Is that all I can do for you, gentlemen?
Yes, thank you very much. How much do we owe you?
She looks at you and she says, "For defenders of Tropica, all I need is just 1 copper per bag. For you guys, this, I know, is probably something you're going to use to protect us. So, I can do my best to provide it to you at cost."
So I start patting my pockets, and then I shrug and I look at Baltan.
I go, here you go.
Okay. Clevis comes running back up, and he hands you the bag, and he says, "This here fine stuff is super soft, but not as soft as a sheep.
or Kirkendall.
You guys ever seen a beautiful sheep around town? I found one time that I fall in love with. I'm gonna marry him." Tyler screams at him, "Boy, get back to work, you daft head. Don't
And
be talking about that sheep stuff here."
I'm gonna give him 3 copper as a tip.
He looks at you and he smiles and he says, "Thank you, sir." And he comes around and gives you a hug. He says, "My name is Clevis, and I'll tell you, I really love sheep. I got all kinds of stories I could tell you. You know, Tyler, this is my friend right here. Did you know Tyler's my other friend?" Tyler looks at him and she rolls her eyes and she goes back off into working and yelling at the other dock workers. You got any good soup stores? And he lights up in his eyes.
Clevis, what was your address and last name?
I live in the slums. There's small little alley, and I got a good place there. It's
Isn't
mine.
that Kirkendall's friend?
Kirkendall? Kirkendall? You know Kirkendall?
Go fuck yourself.
I reckon most people don't know what real love is, but I'll tell you, you find yourself a sheep that sticks by you, that's all the love you need.
I see. So, Clevis, you're from the slums. What was your title or last name, if you had one?
My name's McAvoy, Clevis McAvoy, and you two are my new best friends.
I don't know about that, Clevis, but it is nice to meet you. Clevis McAvoy.
I just unlocked him for you.
Slums, sheep, fucker.
Okay, Clevis McAvoy is now unlocked for both of you. Talamindri comes back up to you. Baltan, when's the next time that you're going to have some fish and something from the rivers, not from the sea? I've got a couple folks that are asking for some spire trout.
I don't remember the last time I went river fishing. I fucking have been eating this.
She reaches over and she pats you on the side of your head and she says, "Poor boy. You need to stop eating the afflicted meat." She wraps up a sea bass and hands it to you. 1 pound of sea bass in your inventory. Eat this.
Eating afflicted meat.
Eat this and stop eating the afflicted meat.
Okay. People keep saying this. I don't remember. I don't even know. Okay.
Let me know the next time you go river fishing. I've got some people in line looking for fish from the river, okay?
Okay.
Take care of yourself, dear boy. And she walks off. Clevis runs up and gives you a big hug. Are you my friend now, right? You're my best friend now, right? Both of you is my best friend.
All right, well, we're gonna head out now. Thank you.
So Clevis's profile is unlocked for both of you guys, pretty much for the whole team now. I guess Chronic, Will, just about everybody. And Clevis runs off and starts cleaning fish faster than you've seen. Ooh, boy, you ever see a feller clean a fish so fast it turns into a ghost? Well, stick around, friends, because today's your lucky day. Okay. Zapping over. I gotta pull up 2 articles. I'm heading to Blacksmith now. You make your way along Main Street to the Ashbender Forge. It's a testament to dwarven craftsmanship and resilience. The forge is built from sturdy stone and reinforced timber. It's thick and it has an iron chimney out the back billowing black smoke. Americus, you're familiar with the place. You know both Kungor and Dakorana. So do you, Marjorie. You have checked the security of the place many times. You walk in and you see Dakorana waiting at the front desk. Kungor is back by the forge. Sorry, I don't have this map made yet.
No worries.
Dakorana greets you with a loud welcome. Hi there, Americus! It's great to see you! She comes around the counter. She is your height because she's a dwarf. Just a little bit taller than a halfling. She comes over and greets you with a big hug. Americus! How have you been, boy? I'm sorry to hear about your father. The services were beautiful.
Oh, this is the blacksmith bitch?
Yep, the bearded dwarf woman.
It's a lady? Nice.
Yes, she has gold trinkets throughout her beard. And she is a fiery-hearted, warm soul. She's great with people, and she's always very loud and extravagant. Her husband, Kungor, is the exact opposite. He's kind of grumpy and silent and just stays with his forge. She specializes in crafting jewelry and small, delicate things. He specializes in crafting weapons and things of steel and larger...
And what's her name again?
Her name is Dorkana, but you just call her Dora for short because you know her.
Hey, Dora, I'm looking for a few, like, 24 or 36 inch. I say that because I'm little, so I think that's big. Rods with, like, a grip on the end that we can go do some earth prodding.
Oh, are you looking for something like this? And she pulls out a set of dowsing rods.
Those will work.
Oh, okay, no problem. Let's see here.
Can I borrow them? I'll bring them right back.
You wouldn't damage them now, would you, little Americus?
I can't promise you nothing, but I can leave you something in case I do.
Spirited as always. What would you like to barter?
And
And she smiles and strokes the gold trinkets in her beard.
I'll pull out one of the silver pins out of my thing.
She looks at it and she goes, I was gonna charge you 5 silver for the purchase, but this is about worth 3 silver. Okay, this is good for a rental. You bring it back, I'll give you your pen back.
You got a water bucket?
I'll throw in the water bucket.
No, I mean, do you have a bucket of water standing by that I can use?
Yeah, she does, of course. She
Okay.
says, over by Kungler. He keeps it there at the board. He has buckets of water and oil.
Because she said they were water. What she say they were? The
Dowsing rods, yeah.
Dowsing rods. So then I spin them up, whoop, and then I start walking over by the water, and then I hold them really tight, and I don't want them to spin. I'm like, see, they didn't work anyway.
She laughs really loud. Kungor eyes meet you. He just nods to you, and then he grumps and goes back to hammering steel.
And I'm like, let's go.
Kungor, you could just be a little bit nicer. It's Americus, for Christ's sakes. Keeping the forge is good. The fire never goes out. It always needs tending. You could just be a little bit nicer. He just kind of grumps and keeps pounding the steel. She pats you on your back, sends you on your way. She nods to Marjorie with a smile, and she places the silver pin into her beard.
Nice. We head back to the guys. Hopefully we'll be back within 25 minutes.
Okay. Which way are you going to approach?
Business door.
Okay. The door is unlocked, and it opens. Lucian, how can I help you?
Yes, I need to see the magistrate.
Your father is upstairs. Go through.
Thank you. And I'll walk right past.
And you hear her mutter under her breath, mutt.
Just gonna let that one go.
Okay. You proceed upstairs. You
knock.
Okay.
Yeah.
You knock on the door. You hear a voice. Enter.
I go in.
Lucian, how are you today?
I'm tired, Father. But, not bad, otherwise.
Understood. You had to go through a lot that evening.
I believe that we all did.
The town will not soon forget this.
That's actually why I'm here. We've uncovered some troubling information about the cause of last night's attack and possibly the decline in stable farmland, which I believe to be the root of the disgruntled nature of the farmers. I think they're all connected.
Understood. So you think this malady for the land is what's affecting their production rates?
I'm uncertain if one leads to the other or if they are both symptoms from a larger cause. That's actually why I'm here. I'm taking a party and we're going to venture into the woods, the forest actually, and try and find the source of There's a parasitic fungus that appears to be co-opting all living flesh.
Roll perception. Ooh, that's a close one. Okay. When you say the word fungus, you notice a cold look come over his face, and he kind of looks to the side and then focuses back on you. Continue.
And it has an adverse reaction to salt, just ordinary sea salt, table salt, preservative.
He places his hands in front of his face, interlacing his fingers and his elbows on his desk. Fungus in the fields, correct?
Yes, but I believe that it was brought in by the deer.
The deer.
Yes, Father. It appears that the fungus is a parasite of sorts, and it co-ops living flesh of anything, plants, animals, us, everything, and consumes it to replicate.
He pushes his chair back, he gets out. One moment. He goes looking through his books, and he grabs a tome off the shelf. He comes back and he sits down. There have been many stories throughout the history of Tropica. There's one such story about a giant fungus attacking the land when they first came. It's as if the forest, nature itself, was trying to reclaim the land that men tamed. There was believed to be some force behind all of this, but I just assumed it was a fairy tale when I arrived.
No, it does sound like a fairy tale. If this is nature, it's doing a very bad job of reclaiming. It's killing itself. There will only be fungus.
Yes, but that in itself is a form of nature now, isn't it? Decay, side by side with growth. These are the cycles. And he sifts through the book. And he says, here we are. Long ago, in the eastern Chiral forest, there was a beast of fungus, wild and angry, that anything that intruded into its domain it would attack and consume and make more of itself to proliferate and give birth to. As I said, I thought this was a fairy tale, but it seems as though some of these fairy tales may be coming true. It says in the fairy tale also that anything pure of source may damage it.
That would explain the salt.
Maybe some other holy objects may affect it as well. There might be something more sinister behind this. I think I have something that may assist you. He opens his chest up, reaches in, and he pulls out 2 feathers. He comes around the table and he says, I'm going to entrust these 2 feathers to you. These feathers are of a holy nature. They have divine energy within them. When you hold them and you think of Tropica, you will be whisked away by the divine forces back here, so that when your journey is concluded, you don't have to fight back through it all. I'm giving you 2 because I wish for you to deliver one to your brother. Can I entrust you with this task?
Why would Callum need one? He would never venture into the forest.
He may well come to some of the same conclusions. Just please deliver it to your brother. Do this for me and I will remember the favor. Father. I know I can count on you. And he walks away.
I find it very unlikely, Father, but I will do as you ask.
Thank you, Lucian. Between you and I, you know the fondness I have for you in my heart. I just wish things could be different publicly.
I don't wish to talk about it.
Unders-
Also, in the fields, there's a root. Iron root is what it's called. It's supposedly very hard and seems to be spreading, and no grain will grow where it lives. It's as if it's absorbing all of the nutrients and just parching the land.
Interesting. He grabs another book off of his shelf. It's a herbology book. And he sits down. He opens the book up and he flips through it. He finds iron root. This was believed to be at one point some sort of magical plant.
You missed it, but I was muted, but I said, this smells familiar.
It was believed to be some sort of magical ingredient. Some said that it had mystical properties connected to magic. We definitely can't have that here in the city, as magic corrupts all things and breaks it down. Very well. Lucian, I see you on your task and see you on your way. These two things are most likely connected. If that magic root is growing throughout these farms, I can only imagine it's what brought the presence of the fungus here.
Then it needs to be removed, Father.
We
A
will
work team needs to be collated and set to task. It has to be dug up and removed.
He raises his hand and he says, I understand. We will work on our end here. We will clear the fields of this and tame them once again. I will put the guards onto this. If you and Khaled could go and find the source of this, that, I believe, is how we can stop this from taking over the town even further.
I will go. But I believe I have a better job for Callum.
Oh? And he raises an eyebrow.
Yes, that is my party and I, appear to have stumbled upon a hostile nation living beneath the tavern.
A hostile nation, you say?
You could say that, yes.
You're not here, shut the fuck up.
Oh, I thought I was there. What?
No, it's just me. Shut the fuck up. They're rats, Father. They're rats and rat people, but there are billions. And they threaten to take over the town.
You hear a knock at the door. Who is it? It's me, Father. Go wait in your room. I am busy. Yes, sir.
Now, we made contact, and there are a few rat men, for lack of a better word. They're large humanoid rats who speak common.
And what is their claim to this? These
That
invaders?
the Warren was here first, and we took their land. They've lived beneath us forever.
My God, what could cause these rats to gain sentience and grow to this size and take humanoid form?
Perhaps the iron root is more pervasive than we realize.
I believe you may be onto something, Lucian.
Either way, I believe that Callum's simple approach to solutions would be best served here, where he can smash and bludgeon his way to success.
Okay. He says, "Very well. Take your brother the feather, and tell him to come speak to me on your way out. I will task him with investigating under the tavern."
Thank you, Father.
That was
I'm going
slick.
to stand to leave.
That was slick.
Thank you. Thank you. When I get to the door, I'm going to turn the handle and then stop and turn just a little bit. So I'm looking kind of like over my shoulder at him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say, I believe that I've held up my end of our agreement. It is time for you to begin the paperwork for Americus.
He reaches up and he grabs a scroll and he points right here. I will be stamping it shortly.
He will be most pleased. And then I will open the door and walk out.
And you go to walk out and he goes, "Oh, and news to be delivered to him. I believe his aunt has arrived today anyway."
Oh. I'll let him know. And then I'll close the door.
Okay.
I'm going to go to Callum's room.
Okay. Yep.
And I'm not going to open the door. I'm just going to shove the feather underneath.
You just like shove it underneath the door?
Yeah, just shove it under the door crack.
Okay.
And then I'm going to holler, "Shove this up your ass, fuckwad," and then run off.
You turn the corner and the door opens. He peeks out, looks down, sees the feather, picks it up, and is very confused.
He did not tell me to explain what the fuck it did. He just said to give it to him.
Okay, great.
Oh, that was awesome.
All right, guys, let's round back up at the tavern. You all meet out in front of the tavern. You are all like heading towards the tavern. Y'all see yourselves there. It is
Wait,
now.
where's Merrick?
He's with you. I'm just assuming he's part of your thing.
Yeah. Thank you.
Like I said, next time we'll play, I'll actually have his stat block and everything made. I just don't.
Yeah,
Power
that's
went
cool,
out.
dude.
I planned to do it today, but just like
it's
Tomlin, like as you can tell, I got like articles for everybody, but I don't have the stat blocks made yet.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, so the group comes together. Everything feels right. Your journey is set before you. And I believe that's where we're going to end our session today, guys. It's 10 o'clock.
That works wonderful.
All right.
I'll take it. I got some arenas I need to jam, I guess.